Hello and welcome to Byju's IAS. Let's get started and look into our daily quiz. Let's look into the first question. With reference to minimum support prices, which of the following statements are incorrect? They are announced by the Government of India at the end of the sowing season. MSP is fixed twice a year on the recommendations of the Commission for Agricultural Costs and Prices, and its recommendation is binding. MSP also covers commercial crops. Which of the statements are incorrect? Since it is asking for the incorrect statement, the answer to this is 1 and 2 only. Why? That is because when you look into the first statement, it says they are announced by the Government of India at the end of the sowing season. Going by the logic, you should be in a position to understand that it is announced at the beginning of the sowing season. Since it is given at the end, this statement is wrong because this is at the beginning of the sowing season. Now, if you look into the second statement, it is partially right but partially wrong as well. Why? The first part of the statement says MSP is fixed twice a year on the recommendations of the Commission for the Agricultural Crops and Prices. This is the correct statement, and this Commission for the Agricultural Costs and Prices happens to be a statutory body. But the problem is with the next part of the statement. It says its recommendation is binding. This is a wrong statement. Why? Because the recommendations made by this statutory body is not binding. Instead, it is advisory in nature. Why? Because the central government also takes the views and reports from the state government. It also keeps in mind the overall demand and supply in the country, and eventually it is the central government which takes the final decision. So its recommendation is advisory in nature and it is not binding. Again, the second statement is wrong. So both the statements 1 and 2 are wrong, and that is why the answer to this is 1 and 2 only. Yes, MSP is also given for the commercial crops. So which are the crops that MSP is being given? It is given to the cereals, paddy, wheat, maize, sorghum, pearl millet, barley and ragi. It is given to pulses, gram, tur, moong, urud and lentil. It is given to oil seeds, groundnut, rapeseed mustard, soya bean, sesame, sunflower, safflower and nigerseed. It is given to commercial crops as well, which includes copra, sugarcane, cotton and raw jute. So when you look into the third statement, it speaks about that MSP is given to the commercial crops. Yes, this is the right statement. Why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference given in this article. Now let's look into the next practice question. Consider the following pairs: name of the paper or the journal, name of the editor on the other side. We have to see if this is correctly matched. Young India, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi; Navjeevan, Sachindranath Sanyal; Jugantar, Barindra Kumar Ghosh and Bhupendranath Dutt. Which of the above pairs is or correctly matched? Since it is asking for the correctly matched, the answer to this is 1 and 3 only. Why? That is because when you look into Young India, yes, the editor or the founder of this particular newspaper happens to be Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi ji. And when you look into Navjeevan, again, this was promoted by Mahatma Gandhi and not by Sachindranath Sanyal. Which was the newspaper or the magazine that was promoted by Sachindranath Sanyal? It happens to be Bandi Jeevan. Now, when you look into the third option given here, this is once again right because Juganta was being promoted by Barindra Kumar Ghosh as well as Bhupendranath Dutt. As part of the assignment, you guys will have to search for the journals or the newspapers that were published by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi ji and put it on the comment section. Why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference to Young India in this article. Now let's look into the next practice question. Which of the following national parks are in the state of Assam? Kaziranga National Park, Dibru-Saikhowa National Park, Nameri National Park, Orang National Park, Dehing Patkai National Park, Raimona National Park. The answer to this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference in this article. There are about 7 national parks in Assam. 2 of the national parks was recently added to the list. One, it includes the Dehing Patkai National Park. The other, it includes is the Raimona National Park. So kindly remember, there are about 7 national parks in Assam. This includes Kaziranga, Manas, Nameri, Orang, Dibru Saikova, and now what we have is Raimova National Park as well as Dihing Patkai National Park. Now when it comes to another important factual data, you remember that Kaziranga and Manas are UNESCO's World Heritage Sites as well. This can be important from the preliminary examination point of view. So there are about 7 national parks in the state of Assam. There is another article as well. This speaks about the tiger reserve. Since there is a link to this particular question, do remember that Pakke Tiger Reserve is in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. Now let's look into the next practice question. Consider the following statements. Reserve Bank of India is a member of the Alliance for Financial Inclusion. Reserve Bank of India has 4 deputy governors. 2 are from the outside and 2 are from within the central bank. Which of the above statements are correct? The answer to this is both. Why have we taken this practice question? Because of the reference in this article. There are 2 parts to this particular question. One, it speaks about the Alliance for Financial Inclusion. One of the important objectives of the Reserve Bank of India is to ensure that people become inclusive when it comes to the financial operations. There are multiple schemes that have been raised by Government of India whose support is also given by the Reserve Bank of India. So the main objective of the Reserve Bank of India is to bring people under the financial inclusion plan. So RBI, to promote the financial inclusion, is part of the Alliance for Financial Inclusion. So what is it? This particular organization is a network of financial inclusion policymakers. It has institutions from developing economies. They all come together. They discuss multiple things as to how prospects of financial inclusion can be increased in multiple countries across the world. An idea, a proposal which is mentioned in some other country can be discussed in this institution. So the whole purpose of this Alliance for Financial Inclusion is to take up and capture and adapt a particular model so that countries can suitably bring changes in their home country. Do remember, the AFI is currently headquartered in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Now, if you look into the second statement, it says RBI has 4 deputy governors, 2 are from outside and 2 are from within the central bank. What do we mean by it? When you look into the structure of the RBI, what do we have? We have the governor and we also have 4 deputy governors as well. 2 are from outside and the other 2 are from within the central bank, which means there are people who are hired, recruited from the Reserve Bank of India initially, and these 2 people are promoted from the Reserve Bank of India. They are hired from the initial stages, and as they move up the career ladder, they enter this domain of deputy governor. Apart from this, there are 2 people from outside. What do we mean by it? One will be a commercial banker, the other will be an economist. Now let's look into the next practice question. Which of the following are the principal features of the Government of India Act of 1990? Introduction of diarchy in the executive government of the provinces, introduction of separate communal electorates for Muslims, devolution of legislative authority by the center to the provinces. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. The answer to this is 1 and 3 only. This happens to be a previous year question from the year 2012. When you look into the second statement, the introduction of separate communal electorates for Muslims was not done by the Government of India Act of 1990. Now let's look into the fact of the day. The fact of the day for today's discussion happens to be Minamata disease. What is this Minamata disease? Back from the 1930s up until the 1970s, what we have is people from this particular region of Minamata in Japan. They were reporting number of health issues. There were people who were suffering from difficulties of hearing or seeing. There were people who were facing tremors in their arms and legs. They had difficulty walking. In fact, they even had brain damage as well. Apart from this, it is not only the people, it was the cats who were also the major sufferers in this particular region. Cats, after consuming the fishes, were also committing suicides as well. They were jumping into the water. So people were confused what exactly was happening in this particular region. That is when scientists started to work out trying to understand what was the root cause of this particular issue. So the root cause of this particular issue is mercury pollution that was happening in this particular region. So Minamata happens to be one of the small fishing towns. Where is it? It is in the Shirnoi Sea as shown in this particular picture. Because of its location, because it is a coastal city, most of the people had fishes as their diet. But what was the major problem? There were industries that were located in this particular area. What were they doing? They were not going through filtration process. All the due cautions that have to be taken were not followed. Ultimately, they were dumping the methyl mercury, which happens to be a highly toxic chemical, into this particular sea. Since they were dumping it, this particular water was completely polluted. So the fishes which were living in this particular area started ingesting the mercury, and as a result, when fishing was conducted in this particular place, people started consuming it, cats started consuming it, and ultimately it resulted in bioaccumulation and biomagnification. Since people started consuming the fish which had ingested mercury, indirectly it contributed to them eating the mercury in the indirect manner. This ultimately led to what is called as mercury poisoning, or what we call as the Minamata disease. So what is this Minamata disease? People had multiple repercussions. They had difficulty walking. In fact, women who were pregnant who had consumed this particular fish also gave birth to poisoned babies as well. Some of the babies also had severe deformities. They also had mental retardation. They suffered from deafness and blindness as well. Such was the case when it comes to the Minamata disease. So where exactly did it happen? It happened in the country of Japan. Why? Because people consume mercury. And how? Because fish had ingested mercury which was dumped by the industries in and around that area. In order to overcome this particular issue, countries came together and they signed what is called as the Minamata Convention. What is this Minamata Convention? It is an international environmental treaty that aims to protect human health and the environment from the harmful effects of mercury as well as its compounds. So basically, several guidelines were given under this Minamata Convention. How production has to be taken up, how mechanisms will have to ensure that this happens to be filtered out even before it is being dumped into the river, and all the procedures and mechanisms that were to ensure the prevention of this mercury methyl into the ocean, were some of the procedures adapted under the Minamata Convention. So the countries who are signatory to this Minamata Convention will have to ensure all these guidelines adapted under the Minamata Convention is followed by these countries. And do remember, India is a party to the Minamata Convention and it ratified it in the year 2018. As per the official definition under the convention, the objective of Minamata Convention is to protect human health, is to protect the environment from the anthropogenic emissions and releases of mercury and the mercury compounds. So basically, a set of guidelines were to be followed by the industries and the states that were party to this particular convention. It is this that we have to understand in reference to this article, which makes a mention of Minamata disease. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. All the best.